I'm not going to come. Don't come. Isn't that the greatest video? The fucking hairs.
I'm going to go.
Don't come. I'm going to come. This is so fucking good, dude.
Dude, even with Hitler,
Trump
Hitler, it was like, I know you think it's hacky or whatever, you don't like doing it, but it's just so spot on every time.
How jacked are you with the re-announcement?
Don't get me wrong, brother. I was pretty pumped.
At least 2 more years, man.
Yeah, 2 more years of doing it. I will say, though, it gets a little tiresome.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you'll do a show, and somebody will be in the back like, come on. Do Trump. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna.
Give it a minute.
It's going to be in the show.
You need like a sign when you go out there, like Trump.
I'm going to do
end.
it. Please don't scream it out. Let me do my act. Let me do my art treatment.
I was going to say, the craft. I've been working on this.
Dude, the one when I don't remember if you ever told the story on the podcast. I don't think so. I don't know if you. Now, you have been on since Nashville. But when you did the Kid Rock show. And Kid, like you just
Bob, you were hanging out with Bob.
Fucking sick. That was one of the cooler moments in stand-up.
Have you done the show since then? Have you told that? Where you were like he just sat on the side and was just fucking.
Him and his friends were on the side, and then I did my set, and then he walked back on stage, handed me another beer. It was like, keep going.
That's fucking
the Ryman Auditorium, so it's like a big ass theater. And they were like, yeah. In my head, I was like, well, that was kind of all I had. Guys, what about Down syndrome? All right.
Yeah, that is tough. It's like, I already did everything.
Yeah, no, I would. Yeah. I planned it to end right now. And then Kid Rock comes out. He's like, keep going, brother. You're killing it. And you're like, oh, shit.
But that's also the point where you got to realize that like, you could probably say anything at that point, and Kid Rock and that crowd was going to fucking love it.
It was very cool.
Yeah.
It felt good. Kid Rock's cool.
How's the material for the new tour?
You think that's funny?
You
think it's funny the way I'm talking? You're going to laugh at me behind my back? Fucking gonna wear sunglasses. You're
going to think about this for 4 days, dude.
I'm starting to drink enough to sober up. I'm like, I look like a fucking dickhead.
I got some news earlier today that you ran into Nick on the street, and you were leaving Fat Black Pussycat, I think. He was leaving
McDougal's Ale House. No, it was the other day, and one of my buddies was like, oh, that's Shane. Why didn't you say anything to him? I was like, because I'd probably be like, I'm the producer from KFC Radio. And that'd be about it.
That would have been nice.
I also figured, I was like, he just finished a show. He doesn't want to fucking talk to me right now. Yeah. And I also was with the guy that we brought to Nashville that was a giant pussy behind the scenes, like that when Stefan was like,
yes.
Jokes.
Yeah. Every time he made a joke, he was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to talk with him about that.
And I was
like, shut the fuck up, dude.
He was the one that was like, why didn't you say anything? I was like, because I just would have made fun of you the whole time.
But I do.
He was a good guy.
I respect someone being like, that person probably doesn't want to talk. I'm just going to move on.
Yeah, me too.
I'd much prefer that than an awkward conversation.
Big time. Me and Colleen had one the other day, right? It was like, was it you? You two had one, right?
We had one where, I lived down.
I had it with Brandon. I said, I know we're walking the same direction, bro. So let's just cut this off.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'll cross the street. I was like, cool.
Dude, we were 10 blocks. We were 10 blocks from the office. She goes, this is too close to meet before the office. I'll walk that way. You walk this way. I was like,
that's a pretty grown up.
We have a very good understanding. Pabs did it to me
cool.
too. He was like, yeah, man, I was walking behind you the whole time. I just didn't want to say anything. I was like, thank you. Everybody should abide by that.
That's one of the nicest things you can do to somebody you know outside of that environment is ignore them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
Just ignore them. Leave them alone.
This is my daily routine where I'm only alone for these 20 minutes.
Let me have it.
Let me fuck
it.
But I do it to people. If I see someone, I'm like, hey.
But you play it well though.
You'll bother someone famous?
I'll bother if I see someone. Yeah.
If it's someone famous, if it's like Julianne Moore, I'm like, well, I'll fuck up your afternoon.
I don't.
Because I did do that. That's how I said that.
Mine was
I saw her in the West Village, and I definitely ruined her afternoon. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe it's you, and she was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I live around
Julianne
here.
Moore, right?
Yeah, I live here.
Julianne Moore, do the Boston accent. Do the Boston
Charles
accent.
Barkley.
I got Barkley in an airport.
That to me is worth it.
I had to do it. It was also 6 a.m.
What'd you say?
He was just sitting by himself in JFK, and I was like, dude, I'm not asking for a picture. You're the fucking.
Yeah, he is.
And then I landed, and the headline on CNN was Charles Barkley's testing for COVID. it was right when COVID started. And they're like, Barkley, maybe he has it. I was like, holy shit, dying.
Yeah.
I got a girl passed me the other day, and she was like very excited. She was just like, "Oh my god!" I just gotta say, like, I love
you guys
your
have
shit.
girls.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, right?
Girls like you guys. That's fucking crazy.
And she was just like, "I just gotta say, like, whatever. I like your shit." So we're like kind of passing each other, and I said like, "Thank you so much," and I go, "Do you want a picture?" And she said no, and I wanted to fuck in traffic.
Like, oh,
I
no,
was
that's
like,
a-
I thought I
Whoa.
was. She was excited enough that I was like, this seems like a big fan. So I was like, do you want to take a picture? And she was like, no, and did it like as we kept walking. So she was like, no, I'm good. And I was like, oh,
Oh, yeah. That's
kill
a tough
me.
one. Wait, you guys were
Wow.
passing? You're like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll put my arm around you. No, thank you.
We had a bunch of awkward meet and greet pictures too. Like we'll have a couple that comes, and everyone's taking pictures, and I'll be like, do you want to jump in too, like with him? And the girlfriend will be like, no, I'm good. I'm like,
Yeah.
couldn't you have just done it and then not, and rather than fucking now I feel like a dickhead.
Always that.
You know, it's like
Yeah,
just
like,
take
it's
the
just a
picture,
picture. Nobody
and you can
gives a
cut it out
shit.
if you
Yeah.
want, or not post it or whatever. But now I feel like a total dickhead that you can't even stand
You
next
know
to
what's
me
funny?
for 3
Every
seconds.
dude that asks me for a picture goes, dude, I'm not fucking gay.
Yeah.
Every time I
Oh.
get a picture.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
this is fucking gay.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, it's not gay.
It's taking a picture
You're
with someone.
okay,
You're
this
not
is fine.
sucking my dick or anything, man.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, no, there's so many disclaimers. I know you guys hate this, but you know what I really hate though? We had to do a couple FaceTimes. That drives me crazy.
FaceTime?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, like when
my
a
friend couldn't make it.
yeah.
Can we FaceTime? I'm like,
Yeah, it's already. Yo!
I'll yell nonsense into a phone when I won't hear the replies, and I'll
yeah, it's
try and
awkward.
reply a little bit, and we'll make
It's
it work.
awkward.
Yeah.
You got. It's gotta be
Guys,
nice to be
fame
at the
is so
point where
hard
you
for
can't.
all of us,
Yeah,
bro.
no.
It's so crazy.
You're at the point now where you just sell too many tickets. You can't talk to all of them. You know. Yeah.
Dude, you want to hear a Barkley story that's funny?
Yeah.
So
It's
our
like
friend
anything
our
other than
friend
this right
Luke,
now.
who used to work for Fallon, this is Luke's story, but he met Barkley when he was a kid at Wawa in Philly with his grandma, and it was like kind of like a big moment for them, and like they made a big deal about it, and Barkley was like really nice to them, and then anyways, years later, Luke's writing for Fallon, and Barkley comes on, and he goes in the green room. He's like, I know this is weird, but like years ago, I met you with my grandma and my brother, and it was just an amazing moment. And Barkley was like, oh my God, in Philly? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, wait, did your grandma have like the short white hair? And he was like, yeah. And he was like every other fucking time, I don't fucking know you. But like let him like build up the story, and then
You know, he got
cross
so
film.
excited.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I left an
And
impression
it's
on
like,
Chuck.
dude,
Nope.
what a
Yeah.
final dunk from Barkley. You
It's
know?
so fucking funny. I swear to God, last night I was watching NBA, the show highlights. It's the funniest shit.
Those guys,
It
I mean,
is.
they
He
basically
says,
kind of do, but
dude,
if they had a podcast,
It
forget
is a
about
podcast.
it. Yeah.
That's what I said last night. I was
Yeah.
watching. I was like,
If
it's
you had
funny that the
EJ
best
as
show in the
as
world
the host,
is just a podcast.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're so fucking funny, dude. When they get Barkley going on Fat Women in San Antonio,
Yeah.
it's so fucking. I mean, they're down there eating them churros.
Yeah. He loves
It's like
that
that's how
one.
they. And Shaq's like, dude, how do they eat them churros? Dude, Shaq eating the fucking chip.
Yeah.
It doesn't get better. He does the fucking chip challenge. He's like, he eats the chip. He's like, he bets Chuck $20 he won't make a face. He's like, I won't make a face, Chuck. I won't. He's like, tell him on fraternity I was. He's like. Spicy. He's on choking off. He's like, I'm not making a face.